So what does it mean to compute in the cloud? This is, after all, a cloud computing training module. So, of course, what it actually means is you're using someone else's computing systems to analyze your data. As it says here, these are all virtual machines. You're not being given access to just one machine totally by yourself. You're getting a slice of a server, which gives you an equivalent number of CPUs and an equivalent amount of RAM and hard disk space to do your work. The primary benefit, of course, of all this is cost. When you're dealing with large-scale data sets, the computing systems capable of doing this are very expensive. They can cost tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. And for small institutions, many of them don't have enough work to justify the cost to buy such a machine. It costs money for power, for cooling, for the personnel to keep these things running. And so by instead contracting these through the various cloud resource providers, we can save a great deal of money. Additionally, these services are usually placed in high connectivity regions so that we have better bandwidth for moving data to and from amongst these different sites. And the auxiliary data, such as genomes or annotations or protein databases or such, are often available within the cloud, and you don't have to move them around yourself. So there are several ways in which you can do this sort of work on the cloud. The first one, and the least cost effective, is to just provision a machine. You go onto the site, you ask for a machine to turn up, you put in the software, you put in your data, you carry out your analysis, you leave that machine running until it's done. This will work. You don't have to buy the machine, but this is the least effective way in order to make it go, to just turn this on and leave it running. Next, a slightly more efficient way is to run this as a pipeline or on either a provision machine or better yet, using a batch service. When you put this software into containers, the management systems of these cloud resources will know how to turn the machines on and off automatically for you. And the whole key to using cloud services efficiently is to only use the services that you absolutely need for as long as you need them. The final way, and the way that we'll be dealing with this in here, especially in this workbook that you're working on now, is to use the genomics workflow environments. And we're specifically working with Nextflow because it's well supported by most of the cloud environments. Nextflow, as we've told you in other parts of this module, will contain all the steps of your work. It knows what order to run them in, and working together with the cloud service providers, it knows how to turn on and off the machine for just as long as you need it, and then save the results off to a persistent storage so that you are able to access it afterwards. This is your way that you want to understand for using cloud services effectively.